Ironman World Championships. Bit different this time round. As everyone knows, it's in St. George, first time out of Hawaii, which will make it a really interesting race. I always said Hawaii Ironman doesn't necessarily make the best triathlete the winner as far as I'm concerned. What I believe is the person who can deal with the heat is the person who wins Hawaii. So this is going to be really different and really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. St. George, of course, much drier, much cooler, and quite hilly. So completely different breed of athlete, I believe, will win. So who's going to win? Well, I know exactly who's going to win. I can tell you now, and I will. First of all, people who aren't there. So in the men's field, already pulled out is the big Jan Frodeno. Now on Jan, personally I think he's too old. He's had a good run. He won the world champs back in 2019. I don't think he would have won anyway. That's my personal belief. And I know a lot of people will argue with me, but I don't think Jan probably would have won it. He'd certainly be up there, but with these young guys coming through, I don't reckon he would have done it. So the other big name out in the men's field is Patrick Langer. Now he's 2 times world champion. He's a slighter guy, in other words a little bit smaller stature, so I think probably it would have suited him being hilly. So it's a shame he's not there, but those two are out through injury. Another one who's just pulled out, actually has COVID, is Joe Skipper, the big Englishman. Again, I don't think he would have had a chance anyway, but he's also out, so it's really making the men's field a little bit smaller. And the last one who's just pulled out, also because of COVID, is Harvey Gomez. Another bloke who's getting on a bit in age, hasn't really proven himself yet in long distance, but it would have been nice to see him there. Who's going to win? Let's just cut to the chase. Gustav Iden. There it is, I've said it. Gustav will win Ironman World Championships in St. George. Why? Perfect age, perfect strength, perfect size. I think the course really suits him. Gustav Iden, as far as I'm concerned, is absolute odd favourite to win. Everyone's talking a lot about Blumenfeld, and he's done some amazing things, but I don't think he'll win it. His last few races haven't been on par. He will again be up in the mix, but I don't believe he's going to win it. So let's just go through the list of other people I reckon could be up there. Sebastian's there. It's his last year. He's announced his retirement at the end of this year. Again, he's into his, must be 40 now, if not certainly very close, and I just think age is against him. So he's still a powerhouse on the bike, but I don't believe he'll do that well. So the other two I want to talk about, Alistair Brownlee. Again, I don't feel he's proven himself in Ironman. He seems to be, he can swim at the front, as we all know. He can be in the mix and the lead of the bike. A hilly course will suit him. But he just comes unstuck on the run. I don't know what it is. For a bloke who's won 2 Olympic golds, he just can't put the Ironman run together yet. He's an outside chance, but yeah, I think he was better suited to short course personally. The Colonel, so Sanders. He is a strong man. As I've said before, how he moves forward in any of the disciplines is beyond me. He's got to be the worst looking triathlete I've ever seen in all 3 disciplines, but he's tough, he's strong, he's muscly, and he does go hard. So again, he could be in the mix, but he never seems to be able to put an Ironman run together. I feel a bit sorry for the bloke. It's been going a long time, but he just hasn't managed to put it together yet. So as I said earlier, Gustav Iden, there's your winner. As far as second or third, one of those I mentioned. Let's see what happens. Okay, the ladies start list. So the obvious favourite there was going to be Lucy Charles, without a doubt. I did a video 3 years ago saying swimmers can't win. We'll put a link up there if you want to check that out. And back then, absolutely, she was purely a swimmer, not a bad cyclist, and her run let her down. But she's come a long way in 3 years, and I would have put her as absolute hot favourite for sure. But she's out, she's injured, so she's one of the big names, or the biggest name that's not going to be there. So the women's field is pretty cool. You got Anna Haug, who won the 2019. Now she is an awesome runner, another slight build athlete. Again, hilly courses I believe will suit them, but also hot courses suit them. So Strength versus the ability to deal with heat. It's interesting one, that one. I think she'll be in the mix. I don't think she'll win. Daniela Reef, I mean, she's won 9 world championships. She's got nothing to prove, that girl. She's brilliant, but she's too old. She's not going to win. She's out. Heather Jackson, the American, yeah, nah. Nothing's going to happen with her. Again, she could be up there, but she's always so far back off the bike, and she's not a strong enough runner to run through the field, so I wouldn't put my money on poor old Heather. So the women's field, pretty simple. Who's going to win? I know it. I'll tell you right now, Laura Phillips will win the Ironman. Now, she's a German lady just coming into her own, getting stronger every year. I've been watching her. She's had a couple of good wins. I remember seeing her probably 3-4 years ago thinking this girl's promising, and I believe she will be the women's winner of the St. George Ironman. So there's my pick. Feel free to disagree, I'm sure you will. Men's winner, absolutely, Gustav Iden. Women's winner, absolutely, Laura Phillips. Let's see how I go with that one. So being an Aussie, I better mention the Australians racing. In the men's, Cam Worth, so powerhouse on the bike, will probably lead off the bike. Whether he'll break the field, I don't know, but not strong enough on the run. He's certainly a top 5, top 10 contender. The other one is Max Newman. Now, we watched Max Newman win Ironman Cairns last year, sub 8 hours, windiest day in history as far as we're concerned. So young guy, and he could be an outside chance of top 5, certainly top 10. Let's see how he goes, but to win, no, not yet, but he's promising, this young man. Watch him in the future. Anyway, thanks for training with us. See ya.